Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Saturday, or excuse me, it's Sunday morning at this point. So I wanted to make a video. I'm gonna do something a little different today. Really just talk a little bit about the market, where I think it's going, and this stock in particular. Before I get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. If you comment, subscribe below, it will put you in a pool to win something really cool when I hit 1,000 subs. So if you just hit the subscribe button and type subscribe in the comments below, it's a free entry. So if you want to do that, it's awesome, sweet. So I want to talk about Coinbase. They just went IPO, obviously a week and a half ago. Ticker is COIN. This is a stock I actually bought on the IPO day, went up to 420, then it shot back down to, I think 320 by the end of the close or like the next day. So my cost base in this is 342. So obviously the market has been going down recently. I think Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger have really shook up the market a little bit and like opened people's eyes, saying like, hey, inflation is here, it's gonna be bad. It's arguably messed up the next couple of generations. So it put a lot of fear in people's eyes. So, the market's been correcting. A lot of things are actually falling back to fair valuations, like especially in the growth in tech and EV sectors. So it's exciting because I'm a growth investor. So that's primarily what I'm invested in. I'm prepared for it. And obviously when I make a buy or a sell, I post a video letting you guys know what percentage and what I buy and all that good stuff. So so my cost base is 343. Currently it's at 263. It was as low as 250. So it has rallied back a little bit the back half of last week. I'm very curious to see what this stock does for a number of reasons. So it's interesting because there is a lot of trading going on, right? Like you got Dogecoin, you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, you got Bitcoin Cash, you got all these crazy crypto stocks, or coins. So there's a ton of trading going on Coinbase. And I think Coinbase's first public earnings, because they charge fees per each transaction, I think it's going to be insane. It's going to blow people out of the water. I think the reason it's at 263 right now is because people really don't know how to evaluate it. Like Wall Street doesn't know how to evaluate this company. They just, I don't think they can wrap their heads around crypto in general. So I did say in my video last week that if it went under 300, I would average costs down. However, the market was so volatile, I was buying other stocks that I like more that I think are gonna run a lot quicker than Coinbase. So this is a really, really, really long-term play for me. So short-term, I don't really care what the price does. So I said I was gonna buy when it hit 300, however, I did not. So my cost base is still that, it's currently this. Then I said if it was, at one point I did say if it was around 250, I would double down. Again, I didn't do that. Why? Because I wanna keep a ton of cash on hand for what could potentially come if the feds scare the whole market and people start running out of the market, and we don't know what the president's capital gains tax bill will go through or what the exact numbers are gonna be. So there's just a lot of things in the next couple months that are gonna really shake up the market, and obviously the market does not like uncertainty. So there's a lot of uncertainty coming. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, with everything else going on, I'm focusing on other things, and this stock's at 263. Could it go down to 200? Maybe. Could it go down to 225? Maybe. So I'd rather make a larger position, averaging cost down, than chipping at it based on the situation. So that's really my thoughts on this stock. I still love it long term. They're the industry leader in like market cap and really what they do. Now you could argue like, okay, if they reduce their fees, are they going to be as profitable? No. But the question is, will they ever have to remove their fees in the near future? You could argue no. So you don't really have to worry about that. And I think Coinbase is going to be smart enough to always stay relevant. Like I love using like Facebook or Apple as an example. Like Apple, they came out with an iPhone. People are like, oh, the iPhone's going to get repetitive, it's going to get overtaken. Well, they came out with iWatches, iPads, earbuds, like you name it. Like, so they just keep finding a way to stay on top. And when you're the industry leader, as long as you're hungry to keep that, like they could have maybe, a credit card or something like that in the future, or maybe like a rewards program where like if you use their program and trade X amount, you get a credit towards a crypto. Like, they could do a million things, and I just think people are thinking too short term, and there's not enough, like, crypto is just so new, and I think a lot of people in the mainstream, you know, like on CNBC and stuff like that, they're basically just haters on crypto, like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They do not like crypto at all. They think it's a scam. Basically, they don't. You know, they're older, so like I don't think they can wrap their heads around what crypto really is. It's basically like a modern day gold, basically. Like if you think inflation's coming, you're gonna take your dollars and put it elsewhere to preserve the inflation. So I don't think they can wrap their heads around it. I don't think they're big gold fans either, though. So it kind of makes sense why they're big haters on it. So that's it's kind of my thoughts. You know, if the market, you know, I could see the market doing some crazy things this week. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow on what stocks to watch and what I really think the market's gonna do, and if certain stocks get to certain prices, this is when I'm gonna buy and probably how heavy I'll go. I am 22% cash heavy right now. I was 32 about 6 weeks ago, so I did deploy about 30% of my cash on hand. So I'm just staying patient. I really like having over 10% no matter what, unless something insane happens. Like I just wanna make sure I have that emergency fund. That's what I like calling it. So I am willing to deploy cash. I have some, and just staying patient. That's really, you know, you gotta be able to emotionally handle the volatility, and you gotta have discipline and not use all your cash in a week or two or a month. Like, you always gotta have cash, because then you're always in a position of power and buying. So as long as you have cash, you have nothing to worry about, really. If you're a long-term investor and you believe in what you're investing in, and you like the fundamentals, like it's seriously that simple. You got to train your mind and have discipline. That's really what you got to do. But yeah, so Coinbase is very interesting. If it goes under 250, you might see a video next week of me saying, you know, average cost down. But that's it. Again, like, subscribe, comment below. If you write subscribe below, it enters you in an entry to win what I'm going to offer. As I get closer to 1,000 subs, I'll let you guys know what that is. So let's try to get to 500. That'd be the first step. And that's it. Peace.